Dear white people, I am so sorry for your discomfort. I am sorry for all the discomfort and the petty little misdemeanors and crimes that my people have been committing against your people. I am so sorry your present generations are discomforted because they have to share a space and compete with my generation on the same level. Whew. How sorry I am that we are causing your politics to change and your precious resources to be shared among you people and my people with a lot of other people. How I feel your pain. Phew. But not as sorry as you all need to be. You all need to be sorry for the sins of your forefathers. You need to be sorry for those riches you are enjoying, knowing their sources were stolen from my people. You need to be sorry and cover your faces in shame the next time you hear someone like Geert Wilders opens his mouth to speak. You need to be ashamed at your shame and the hypocrisy of your people and your system that has institutionalized racism in the year 2019. Those that deny our similarities, despite the science proving that your anatomy is same as mine, that my blood is as red as yours, that I eat just like you do, I breathe the same air you do, just the same way you do, and I poop just like you do. But yet these lots, they would rather deny our similarities because of their hatred and foolishness, even when the truth is staring at them so glaringly. But then, wasn't it another white man that said, to every action there is an equal reaction? It was your forefathers that left the shores of the lands that they were created to occupy, to go intrude in other people's lands out of greed and selfishness and their quest to enrich themselves. In case you did not get the education in the history of your ancestors, let me teach you your missing history. Your forefathers were thieves, they were rapists, they were exploiters, they were liars, they were cheats. They were all things evil. All of these riches and prosperity that you are enjoying now and reluctant to share were gotten of the suffering of my forefathers, from whom they stole, killed, raped their wives and daughters, and carted away their sons and daughters on the high sea, bringing them to a climate foreign to them as slaves, and made them to work for them against their wills. So the next time you feel the need to open your white privileged mouth to complain about all those colored people that are coming to your country and that are causing you to share your resources, you know who you have to thank for that. My forefathers were very happy and contented in their rich green jungles in Africa, full of resources, natural resources, and all sorts of good things of life, playing around freely, eating whatever they wanted to eat whenever they wanted to eat it, doing what they liked in their own world, in their own habitat, in their own climate, disturbing nobody. And they had no care in the world because they were happy people, contented with what they were given. Until your forefathers intruded and raped our lands and our women and took away everything that grew on it according to how they wanted it. And so, here we are. In this land that was built with the sweat and riches of our ancestors, willing to share with you what actually in the first place used to belong to us. So until all has been paid that was stolen, paid back in full, in cash and in kind, to the descendants of those your forefathers made slaves, until our children are no longer harassed on the streets only because they are wearing hoodies, until we are no longer racially profiled by your men in uniform, we are no longer followed around in shops on suspicions of theft, even if we have not stolen nothing, until we are no longer bullied and discriminated in places of work where we are mostly more qualified than those put in position of leadership above us just because of the color of our skins, until we are equally paid as you for the same job we have both done, until our children are no longer wrongly demoted in classes so they never get the opportunity to the highest education level in the country, and until those of us that, despite all the barriers and obstacles put in our way, still manages to get the highest education level qualifications by your standard, and no longer refused jobs, opportunities because of our lights are shining so bright that you are blinded in our presence. Until we no longer get refused those positions we are so good in because we are just too noticeable, or because of our accent in your language, until you can speak 4 different languages and still manage to speak an African language, until that time where you will see us as the same, until the day you all have until the day that you all would have paid all your debts in full, until that day, you all have no prerogative to complain about anything, nor do you have the right to judge us on the same scales, knowing fully well we have never gotten the same chances you did. Until that day. But we'll all know that day will never come, don't we?